In the darkness of the woods, you spot a man overlooking a cage that holds creatures crept from a nightmare. Despite...
Go on. Step in from the... There is much...
He eyes. He sighed.
The roads are rather dusty today.
He paused.
Cheer.
The echo.
To your... I am Jehan. How regrettable. Are you certain I can't tempt you to listen? Very well. How fares the hunt, my friend? May you...
Just when I think this land... Still.
You made it all the way here, you creeping little maggots? Have you wriggled up to bow to me? Has Lohar sent you to beg forgiveness for his sins? My lord had faith. He came to me when Lohar failed the queen. And as a reward for my service, he has granted me his favor. He has granted me Mord Akane. You are not worthy to know my savior. But if you won't bow to me in this life, you'll bow to him in the next. Grind them into the dirt.
The Reaper for me.
Feel your pain, God Woken. It gives me such joy.
Please! No! Mercy! Mercy!
The Master Sorcerer throws up his pocked, cracked arms to defend himself as you step forward. The undead dwarf looks quickly over its shoulder, his gaze darting from shadow to shadow.
Of course! Of course! Anything! Just name it!
What? Source?
The skeleton slowly lowers his arms, staring at you in disbelief.
Of course. You're God-woken. You seek power. Ultimate power. And I worried we could not find common ground. Yes, God-woken, I can teach you. If you swear you won't banish me to the afterlife. Praise be. Very well, God-woken. Listen carefully. Source and void, day and night, love and hate. One is meaningless without the other. To grow your source, to achieve your potential, you must embrace the void.
The grinning skeleton reaches into the folds of his robes and pulls out a small black mass. It's covered in veins and oozing pus.
Here, God-woken. Take a bite. The finest meal you'll find in this cave. The heart of a void-woken.
Your god stirs, pushing you to eat it. Do not fear, a voice whispers. Do what must be done.
Perhaps not the most appetizing thing around, but if you truly want to channel more source...
The skeleton extends his arm, jiggling the heart towards you. A glob of dark yellow pus oozes through the bones of his palm and drips to the ground. The thick pus explodes into your mouth, coating the inside of your skull. Biting down, you can feel the flesh is tough and gritty. You've never been so grateful to be missing a tongue. Deep within you, you feel something change. Your soul opens up, and you feel it swell as new channels for source start to flow through you. You swallow all you can, and despite the meat in your stomach, you feel a new space inside you, a potential waiting to be filled.
There, I held up my end of the bargain. I did as you asked. And now I'm getting as far from this cave as my bones will take me.
Mortis looks at you in alarm.
God's graves, please be quick. I can't. He'll hear. He'll know. He'll find me. He'll come.
You can't help. No one can help. If he makes up his mind, nothing can protect you. I can't tell you.
Mortis takes a step back, looking about in half-crazed panic.
I can't. I can't. Not now. It's too late. It's all too late.
The dwarf sets his jaw and firmly refuses to speak until you ask him something else.
He wanted the Death Fog destroyed. Once he knew his rats had found it in the Peacemaker's wreck, he wanted it destroyed. The greatest weapon Rivellon has ever seen lands in his lap, and he ordered the barrels thrown into the ocean. We couldn't let it happen. We needed it. So I took control. Ah! The Queen! It's the Queen! She saw what Deathfog did to the Black Ring. She saw it destroy the Elven Forest. She said the dwarves needed power like that. And he told me to make sure she got it. He told me to ensure they got to... Arcs. The barrels were going to Arcs. The power gifted to me. The power of Mordecai. The power to bend the feeble-minded to my will. And so much more. It was a gift from... It was a gift. I can't. He'll hear. He'll know. He'll find me. He'll come. If I tell you I die, or worse.
Mordus takes a step back, looking about in half-crazed panic.
I can't. I can't. Not now. It's too late. It's all too late.
The dwarf visibly relaxes. Perhaps he'll now be a little more helpful.
So I'm free to go.
As he turns away, the skeleton hesitates. He turns back to you, thrusting a golden amulet into your hand.
Take this and buy passage on a boat that will take you far, far away, Godwoken. His eye is on you, and I don't want to be anywhere near you when he blinks.
With a last suspicious look, Mordus hunches over and hurries away.
Incredible. I've never felt such power.
You feel newfound powers of the Source course wildly through your body. Deep inside your soul, your god calls for you. It would be wise to meet with your god again by performing the Meister's ritual, here or in Siva's vault. The thought of Deathfog gives you pause. A weapon like that should give everyone pause.
I wouldn't use this garbage against my worst enemies. Some lines ought never to be crossed.
A weapon of untold destruction? And you use this against your own kind, knowing it ends their existence? How efficient.
Deathfog. Nasty stuff. Overkill for a bunch of scattered rebels, though. Justinia's stooping lower than even I thought possible. Hard to say. That mad Dr. Isbale's the one who pulls the Queen's strings. No idea who's pulling hers. All I know is that we don't want Deathfog catching a ride on the roaring Ark's winds. Long as that stuff's around, no one's safe.
What's this? I found something.
That's from Queen Justinia. Great gilded galleons. What's it say?
Fine paper. Looks important.
The dwarf's royal seal. It couldn't be.
Open it at once. This could be valuable.
Lock's melting away. Mordas turned the key into an amulet. Cunning. I thought this cave couldn't get any more grim.
I do not want to know what that smell is.
Death, most likely. Watch your step.
Rough, Mole.
Beast bristles the moment he sees his fellow dwarf and slams his right fist into his left palm, growling all the while.
You scheming bastard. Deathfog! Give me one good reason I shouldn't split both your heads in two.
Calm your jaw. It's like this. I didn't sign up to move Deathfog. Other weapons, even soul-forged weapons, sure. But Deathfog? Absolutely not. When we found the bomb on a Magister's ship, I was told to ship it to Arx along with the rest of the stuff. But I couldn't. Morders disagreed, obviously. But thanks to you, he's dead. You need to get to Arx as quickly as possible. That's where she's planning to use it. There'll be a wedding in full swing by the time you arrive. A girl named Isla and some do-nothing type. Her father's well placed, though. If anyone knows where to find the Queen, it's him. Mikhail Ross is his name. Tell him I sent ya. I pray it ain't too late.
The kind that don't fancy starving, along with the rest
Mohar
of
was
us.
in way over his head. Deathfog's nothing to mess with. All that matters now is getting to Arks and stopping that bomb. Lives are at stake.
Sawdust from a cell floor.
Ah.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A god woken in my presence. You honor me.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order. You explore the remaining ingredients, but you've already taken everything you need. As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading. You feel your body trying to pull itself forward, trying to drag you away, but you're being held back. You feel weak, feeble, and aching for source. You return to the world, coughing violently. You feel drained, but thankfully, the Meister has a source fountain in her basement. As the smoke swirls about your skull, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head. As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul. As you approach, Amadia greets you with outstretched arms, though her face is marred by a pained grimace.
My child, my sweet, you positively brim with sauce. No wonder after all the adventures you have had, all the things you have had to do. Oh, my sweet, it is naught but a chill. Your soul has a draft, it seems. Perhaps you should...
A sudden shudder jolts through her body so violently that she drops to her knees, stunned into silence. She whispers, there really is no need for your assistance, but from the weight of her arms around you, you can tell she'd have trouble getting back up by herself. An ancient curse escapes from her lips, spoken so forcefully that for a brief moment, all light recedes into the webs of darkness.
So did I, my child, but the void slithers into everything. I told you before it is stronger than ever, but so are you. I can sense the expanse of source inside you. You are ready to learn the spell I have yearned to teach you. The spell you will need when we reach the Well of Ascension. I have granted your spirit eyes with which to see the source. Now I shall grant it teeth with which to take it.
Amalia smiles, and you notice for the first time 2 vampiric fangs glistening beneath her upper lip. A gulf of magic envelops you, and you feel an insatiable hunger for source.
Go on. I am here for you. Give in to your hunger. It is supernatural. It is the ultimate lust for power, the true lust of a god. Go on, my sweet. Devour me.
Though your spell tore through her like a spear through flesh, Amadia looks grimly happy, if haggard.
You speak the spell with brash ferocity, as I knew you would, my child. Oh, do you still not see? Even though you are a god-woken, destined to be a god? Let me tell you the one truth about what it means to be a god. It is to be the lion in a world of lambs. It is about power, and power is not given. It is taken, with all-seeing eyes and all-consuming teeth. You can see the souls of the dead, and now you can feed from them to your hungry heart's content. So feed, my sweet, for you will starve until you finally feast upon the well of ascension. No, your soul must grow larger still, your inner self become a vaster expanse, so that it may house your divine power. There are more masters of the Source, more aspects of the Source to learn. The hunt continues, my child.
You seem different. Tell me, what have you learned? Or has the smoke simply addled your mind beyond repair? Vampirism? As if killing a creature weren't enough, you should utterly destroy its soul too. A dark skill, but certainly useful.
The Meister slumps back in her chair, closing her eyes. Her breathing is shallow and ragged.
Very well then. But as you lack the glowing eyes of the divine, or the purpose of one soon to be divine, I trust you need more source. Thankfully, the Magisters have made our lives very simple. They carefully catalogued every sorcerer in this area, keeping careful records in their barracks. The gentle and weak were captured, collared, and shipped to Fort Joy. Powerful masters were deemed too dangerous or insane to confront, which means they may still be open to a teaching position. Do not look at me like that. I said it was simple, not easy. Now get to the Magister's barracks and find that list. You no longer have the luxury of time.
damn work and nothing to show for it. Might as well have rotted in the death fog. What's even the point? Useless.
The conclusion of a noble bloodline. Who shall rise?
Stew is good,
Who gains
if you're
the
thinking
title
of eating.
most divine?
So, what's the word? Oh, my sweet, how I've missed you. Oh, how sweet it is to have you in my arms once more, safe and sound, right where you belong. As for you, my very handy friend, we have a score to settle, haven't we? Here, your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. Now, if you'll excuse us.
A most vile incident.
And you simple. Eat
A
or
valiant
drink.
warrior
or
against
go.
the void.
Not right now.
Taken to
The spirit of a magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
My ring! Where's my ring?
The spirit pivots her wrist, staring at the fingerless hand, utterly, morbidly entranced.
I should have been more careful. She hacked at my sword hand first. I couldn't defend myself.
The spirit stares, absorbing your question. Finally, she points her fingerless hand towards the kitchen. The spirit's lips part, trying to form an answer, but it doesn't come. She forlornly stares at you, unable to find the words. The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it. All of it.
The spirit ponders your question and seems to shiver.
Oh, in many places. I feel my body in 100 moving graves, warm and wet.
The spirit inclines her head towards the kitchen.
against
Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this. A ghost? Peddle your children's tales elsewhere. I have work to do. Please, I must insist you keep out of my kitchens. It's not safe for you to wander about like this. I'm merely catering to our sensibilities. A stew of animal meat would be an assault on our senses, enough to turn the stomach.
Get you something, friend. Paradise against all.
This is going nowhere.
Don't send me away. I'm not a dirty lizard. Get her, Dallas. Get that sorcerer.
No rest. No rest until the killer is found. Who would do this?
Magisters.
Your powers of observation astonish me.
Well now, how's my favorite god?
Ifan claps you on the shoulder. He spares you but a glance, then turns his focus back on whatever it is he's hiding from.
Come quietly, sorcerer. Best you leave the building, stranger. We have sorcerer trouble. We're trying to talk her down without a fight. It's not going well. God's damn sorcerers. Surrender, sorcerer. Best you leave the building, stranger. God's damn sorcerers. A sorceress, as it happens. A master of portals, and a lizard too. She seems unable to escape, thank the divine. But we can't get close enough to bring her down. We chased her clear across the country, and she's left devastation in her wake. We expect a Voidwoken attack here too, at any moment. That, or worse. We have no time for this. You'll die first. Best you leave the building, stranger. We have sorcerer trouble. We're trying to talk...
She gives you a steady...
I'm ready. Is mine!
I'm fading!
As magical energy crackles between the sorcerer's fingertips, Ifan turns to you. His mouth is set in a resolute line, but you can see anger blazing in his eyes.
This is the one who crafted the death fog device. This is her. I have questions that need answers.
He eyes you sidelong, clearly under the impression that you're joking.
You made the death fog that annihilated the elves. Who do you work for? How did you trick Lucian?
Ifan stalks forward and grips the sorcerer by the throat, lifting her clean off the ground. She sputters and chokes, eyes bulging and hands flailing as he squeezes her neck tighter and tighter. As she gasps for breath, he shakes her.
Why? Why did you trick Lucian by giving him a bomb instead of a portal?
The sorcerer casts a look of mingled terror and confusion at Ifan. He releases his grip slightly, allowing her to stand once more.
What? I just made the device the Divine himself ordered, I swear. And as for using it, that was all Lucian and Alexander. I was there. Lucian knew exactly what he was doing.
Ifan turns white and drops the sorcerer to the ground completely. In all your adventures together, you've never seen him so shaken.
Her complicity in the deaths of thousands has earned her own many times over. But it's not right for me to take the final cut.
He turns to you with defeat in his eyes, and all the sorrows of the world weighing on his shoulders.
She was a soldier following orders, just like me. Let her live with the torment of her actions, just as I have to.
The sorcerer nods a grateful smile at you, picking herself up from the ground and backing away from Ifan.
The Magisters are dead. You have my thanks. You know your trade.
A sense of urgency from deep within you quickens your heart and hardens your gut. Your god wants you to know that this sorcerer can help you on your mission. She can help you to become more powerful. She offers you a grateful smile.
Little good. I went to Paradise Downs to teach a young sorcerer, Gwydion, but the Magisters came for us. We fought them off, and our source drew Voidwoken. You may blame the Magisters for the horror, Responsible? No. I have regrets. If the Magisters had not come, it would have not happened. It is not our fault that our talents draw the void. We are not the problem. We are the hope. I was on my way to where I thought that I might find a friend, of whom I'll say no more. The Magisters trapped me, and it appears I did find a friend. Just not the one I'd expected.
She gives you a long look, considering the request.
You have proven yourself a friend, at least, but you must prove your heart. I'll ask one more thing of you. I left my apprentice, Gwydion Rhys, at the Black Pits. He is with his family. They are in danger. Help them, and I will help you. I should be most grateful.